While CCTV footage can help solve mysteries to a huge extent, it can also make things even more bizarre and scarier. Your tremendous love on our other two parts of this series has made us bring you yet another thrilling compilation. Hello and welcome to Bizarre Cases. In today's video, you'd see it all from a man disappearing after being chased in the still of the night, to yet another man who disappeared right after entering his house. Here are top 5 cases where the CCTV footage captured footage that only made things look scarier. Without any further delay, let's walk onto the edge of the unknown. Number 1. Brandon Swanson. Brandon Swanson accidentally drove into a ditch after midnight on May 14, 2008, after which he vanished into thin air. Brandon was a 19-year-old freshman at Minnesota West Community and Technical College, out that night celebrating the end of the school year with friends. When he got stuck in a ditch close to his home in Minnesota, he thought he called his parents to ask for help, and they headed out to find him. He was absolutely positive he knew where he was, his father Brian Swanson told CNN in 2010. But when Brian and his wife Annette arrived at where Brandon told them he'd be, as they stayed on the phone with him the entire drive, they saw no sign of him. They flashed their lights and asked him to flash his lights too, but to no avail. Brandon and his parents simply couldn't locate each other, and eventually his father returned home, dropped Annette off, and returned to look for him. Brandon then stayed on the phone with his dad for 47 minutes while attempting to walk to a place where his father could pick him up. But at a certain point, Brandon yelled out an expletive and the line went dead, according to CNN. He was never seen again, despite an extensive search of the area phone records putting him at during the time of the calls. Officials said there was no sign of foul play, Twin Cities Pioneer Press reported in 2018. It is still unclear what happened to Brandon to make him yell and cut the call, or what happened to him afterward. Number 2. Trevor Deely. Being followed by a mysterious person in the middle of the night on an empty street is a straight-up nightmare for a lot of people. But CCTV cameras in Dublin, Ireland, spotted just that right before Trevor Deely disappeared on December 8, 2000, according to the Irish Times. Deely was attending his company's Christmas party, leaving at around 3 a.m., walking to his place of employment to grab an umbrella and check on a few things before work the following morning. On his way in, the bank's surveillance camera captured Deely and an unknown man dressed in black at the rear gate of the bank. The latter had been standing there before Deely arrived, according to the Journal. The two spoke, but it's not clear what they spoke about, as the camera didn't record their conversation. Deely left the office and began walking towards his apartment. A few minutes later, he passed a surveillance camera from a different bank along his route home. This was the last known sighting of Deely. 30 seconds after this final appearance, a man in black was also recorded walking the same direction. Police are convinced that the man at the bank's gate was the exact one that followed Deely home. The man has never been identified, and Deely remains missing. Number 3. Gabby Petito. The September 2021 disappearance of Gabby Petito, a 21-year-old on a road trip with her boyfriend, made headlines across the country. Part of the reason the story likely gripped so many people was because Petito had documented much of the road trip with her boyfriend Brian Laundrie on TikTok and Instagram, the social media posts seemingly revealing a blissful, romantic, outdoorsy adventure. The reality, it turned out, was very different. Petito was reported missing by her family after Laundrie returned from the trip without her to his parents' home in Northport, Florida, apparently claiming they had gotten into a fight and he had left her behind. An extensive search began for Petito, and soon one also began for Laundrie, who also vanished after the disappearance was reported. Weeks before Petito disappeared, a witness has called 911 in Utah to report seeing a gentleman slapping the girl. Petito told Utah police she had actually been hitting Laundrie, who had visible injuries according to the police report. Ultimately, authorities decided to not make any arrests and separated the pair for the night, although another witness did tell them they saw Laundrie try to prevent Petito from getting into their van, with Petito hitting him multiple times as she tried to climb in. That was on August 12th. That same day, Petito posted an Instagram about a rock formation they explored in Arches National Park, describing the experience as relaxing and beautiful. On September 19th, Petito's remains were found in Grand Tetons National Park in Wyoming. She had been strangled to death. Brian Laundrie was found dead in a nature preserve in Florida from a self-inflicted gunshot wound weeks later. The FBI says that in a notebook found near his body, he took responsibility for Petito's death. Number 4. Chris Woidel. The San Francisco police are investigating a bizarre case in which a 50-year-old computer engineer seemingly disappeared after entering his apartment in Mission District. The most perplexing detail in this case is the CCTV footage, which captures the man entering the apartment but never leaving. CCTV footage of the hallway captured on January 8th shows the man, Chris Woidel, entering through the front door and walking up to his apartment while holding a bottle of wine in his hand. Since then, the 50-year-old has not been seen inside the apartment building or in any nearby place. Investigations revealed that the CCTV didn't capture any footage of Woidel leaving the apartment building. Woidel's family said they had a word with him over the phone the following day. Investigation revealed that Woidel used to frequently visit the Emeryville area and the town of Sonora in the Sierra foothills. Unfortunately, he wasn't seen in any of those two locations. Strangely, the cops found Woidel's apartment empty and no signs of foul play. Even the chain on the front door was locked. Number 5. Alicia Boyarin. Standing in an Asada supermarket holding a shopping basket, this is one of the last known CCTV images of missing Alicia Apostolov Boyarin, who police believe has been murdered. Alicia was last seen in Aston-under-Lyne, Tameside, in January last year and was later reported missing by her family, who detectives now say are desperate for answers. New, albeit grainy, CCTV footage of her has now been revealed as detectives leading a murder inquiry issued another urgent appeal for help from the public, saying, "That little piece of information might give us what we need to know to locate Alicia." The 24-year-old, who police said was vulnerable at the time she went missing because she was alcohol dependent, was picked up in Ashton-under-Lyne on January 14, 2022. Between that date and January 22nd, she is said to have traveled between the Durham area and the Glossop area of Derbyshire. On January 22nd, Alicia was seen traveling in a gold Volkswagen Passat in the Glossop and Chapel-on-le-Frith areas. She has not been seen or heard from since. CCTV footage of the Passat has also been released. The CCTV images were revealed as detectives turned to television in a bid to crack the case, with an appeal being issued on the BBC's Crime Watch live program. Detective Inspector Andrew Naismith said the CCTV footage of Alicia in the supermarket was recorded on January 17, 2022. In the footage, she's shown carrying a green supermarket basket next to a man who is wearing a surgical face mask because of COVID-19 and a hat. The footage shows them looking at shelves on an aisle before they walk away. Detective Inspector Naismith said she's actually in a supermarket and she actually uses her bank card on this date. This is the last official transaction we have of Alicia using anything to do with her bank account. We know that later this day she travels to Sunderland Bridge in the Croxdale area of Durham, so we know at this point she is alive and well. The footage also captured them leaving the store together, with Alicia carrying a bag. What was bought on the bank card or the location of the supermarket hasn't been revealed. It's also not been revealed who the man is. CCTV showing Alicia sitting in the passenger seat of a car, the VW, at a petrol station has also been revealed as a man fills the car with fuel. Detective Inspector Naismith said of the gold Volkswagen Passat, "This is the vehicle that we believe Alicia was traveling in. She is a front seat passenger. We have recovered this vehicle, but this vehicle is really important to our inquiry." This was on January 17th as well. He called the car very distinctive and revealed it was registered in 2003. Alicia Boyarin's case remains an unsolved mystery for over a year now, in 2023, as she hasn't ever been seen after her bizarre disappearance. What are your views on this video? Do you believe these cases could have been handled differently, and that with the help of the CCTV footage, a better investigation could have been conducted? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked our efforts in the research of this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on our content. Catch you in the next video.